And hey everybody, it's Cassian Blackcloak. Welcome back to another Resident Evil Resistance video, and I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in quite a while. I've been finally trying to get over all the stuff that's been going on. So I had the virus in January, but I lost my voice there for a while. But I think I'm good now. So I'm back, and I'm going to be showing you guys a match that I recorded quite a while ago. This is when I was still playtesting and doing working on the build for Sinister Spencer 4.0, and this is when I ran into SwingPoynt. So we're gonna show you how that turned out. But I hope everybody's been doing well, and I definitely want to thank you guys for stopping back by here. Make sure if you're new, you subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be starting to put some other stuff again besides Resistance up because, like I said, the game is not getting any more updates, and it's pretty much dying off, unfortunately. But we're gonna go maybe look at Destiny 2 again, maybe possibly also GTA Online again. If you guys tell me what you want to see in the comments, keeping in mind that I don't have the dough to buy any new games right now. I'd love to be doing Resident Evil 8, but I just can't swing it. So, anyway, so in this getting into this match here, so you'll notice there's some different stuff here than what wound up in the final build. Like I think in this one I still had the the landmines or something. It's a little bit different than what the final build turned out to be. I think I eventually replaced that with dogs, but yeah. So I wanted to make sure, I was like, could this really be him? Is this SwingPoynt? So I've followed him out here, and also wanted to split them up a little bit, because when you got a Jill running through in a Jan Covenor, that's never good. Not that Jill's going to spend her time waiting around here, because Jill's already went through part of the map, so I'm going to come up here and start trying to intercede, put up some resistance. But yeah, I was like, I couldn't believe it. All the time I played Resistance, I hadn't ran into SwingPoynt, but it finally happened here. And I went after this and onto his, because he was streaming, I went into his chat and talked to him and told him GG, And I gave him a little bit of extra attention there at the beginning, because I was like, yeah, is it really him? But anyway, you see Jill here has made her way through. They got all 3 keys. So, and this is also a match when going into it anyway. I wanted to let it get to Area 3 regardless, to test out the strength of the build there with the team going after the bio course. So, but once again, I didn't make it easy for him. You see, they're still trying to put me down here because they're all using small handguns. No shotguns yet.
So many walk into the next test? Good. I shall learn more from the group.
And also, I apologize if my voice quality isn't good. I'm using my old headset and mic, so it's not the greatest. But I wanted to get something out. It's been like over 2 months since I uploaded my last video, so I wanted to start putting out content again. But yeah, I've been here lately. I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2 with the new season of it that came out, so I've been rocking that for quite a little while, and I'm dipping my toe back into GTA Online a little bit. I think I might revisit that Broke the Baller idea that I was doing, but just put it together as a money guide about how to get from, start from scratch to, able to do the Kyo heist and then build your empire from there. But, like I said, getting ahead of myself, focusing on this. So I'm moving York over, as I usually do. Although I think nowadays on this map, I'm moving up there to the north, near the exit, actually, because I've got 2 cameras there. And realistically, that door is not much of an obstacle for teams these days. So you usually have either a Tyrone or a Lockpick Jill, or both. So those doors don't do as much as they used to. Very rare going to run into a team anymore that doesn't have a solution in place for level 3 door locks. So another reason I took the lockdown trap out too. I was trying that for a while. I was trying the regular landmine, which was okay. It did some damage, but it also gives us some time. I found the dogs worked out to be a better investment, because they only give 3 seconds back instead of 10 when they're destroyed, and the dogs can't be disarmed. So they've got to actually deal with them. Plus, they run around and do a fair amount of little nip damage and get the poison spread around. But yeah, you see here that there we go. There's Swing taking out my camera, which I've actually I've played against definitely better Januaries, but Swing did pretty well here. You see they're moving through Area 2 alright. They got about just under 6 minutes on the clock. And I probably need to if I do revisit this, I might have to move one of these terminals away because it's probably too easy with them, having both of them right together there. My idea being I could just try to lock down this whole area between the two cameras and a bunch of creatures, but you know, it doesn't really work out so well in practice because I got plenty of room to maneuver around them and kill them from a distance.
Your breathing quickens. Papyrus stirs inside.
But yeah, so we got yeah. So here I'm trying to use the creatures to keep them off the terminal. And there's a couple of bad plays I make here, like when I could have used stuff like the air cannon or other things to keep them off there, but I keep trying to go through the creatures because I mainly want them to have to deal with them to expend ammo and repair kits. In the case of Tyrone there with his, I think that's a pipe. It looks like a metal pipe, but I think it's a baseball bat. So luckily there's no torch Tyrone here, no, because this would have probably went a little bit differently, heavier their way if they had a Valerie that could purge the infection, but the infection really starts getting to them later on. But yeah, Omniscience is putting in some good work here too. Yeah, that radar pulse is nice because it cycles your deck for no bioenergy, and also they take more damage from all sources. But you see here I'm keeping Tyrone tied up, making him try to have to waste his resources on me. And I'm not feeding him too much time because I'm only putting down one creature, you know, per pop. But you see that tough zombie there, he actually didn't manage to kill me. So they're coming up here, about 5 of 20 left. I'm going to go ahead and hit him with the blinding flash, make it a little bit harder for them to get through that corral there. By a couple of seconds, I'm going to put an imposter zombie down up here, just to, you know, once again to try to make him have to waste some kind of resources. There's a shotgun. Yeah, I think SwingPoynt's got a shotgun there. That might have been Becca. But here we are at Area 3. They got 7 minutes. Now, once again, this is the, you know, earlier version of the Sinister Spencer 4.0 build. So, if you've seen that video or seen my other Sinister Spencer videos, you know there's going to be thick biocores here. And that's, you know, that's the idea. And that was helpful because this is one of the only times I've ever actually been able to go watch one of my opponent's side of the match. You know, because I got to watch, you know, I went to SwingPoynt's spot after his stream was over on Twitch and watched, you know, watched through it till this, you know, to see this match from his perspective. And yeah, it works just like I intended it to, seeing it from their side, because they, you know, here they're coming in strong, but I'm going to make sure they've got to put down a lot of ammo to clear these cores and keep the room clear, because I can just, with hypercharge, I can just keep filling this room up and any room up with creatures. I'm going to go ahead and burn overclock there. I'm going to be kind of judicious because I got, you know, I can afford to do that because I have the hypercharge active. And right as it wears off, there goes the fever skill from SwingPoynt. I've got, I think the Jill is down right there. I'm going to go ahead and try to get someone else with the long range on the D field. Yeah, I got somebody else down there. I think that's the Tyrone I dropped with it. I don't know if he's got second wind or not. But we're going to go ahead here and put down some creatures. And see if I got hypercharge back because I keep my deck cycled. Infection. So you can see this is, you know, workable. Like I said in the build video, there's some earlier versions I did with this that worked fine. And some of those cards in this build, they can come down the deck and come down to preference. Like, if you would rather have the landmines than the dog, hey, you do you. But, you know, that's the thing I love about Sinister Spencer. It's a framework from which you can have a lot of different deviations, offshoots, and options on that platform. But the basis of having, you know, enhanced bioenergy regen, and having super thick biocores, and having creatures in your deck. Of course, you could also, I guess, you could do the deck full of guns if you wanted to. And, you know, instead of putting the creature stuff in there, that one creature card, one or two creature cards, you could put some firearm cards in. Sure, do you. I don't like playing with guns on this game. I'm not very good with them, so I don't fuck with them much. But yeah, you can see here I'm really putting the pressure on them now. Getting them with the air cannon and keeping the creatures coming. They're having to deal with those. They're having to shoot at my cameras. I've got a lot of radar pulses this round in Omniscience, which is fine though, because that means that they're going to take more damage from the creatures and the bomb. You know, like the landmines, whatever, my D field if I'm lucky. But, you know, they're still fighting to get to the first biocore. You see how thick it is, and I've burned up so much of their time. But now we're getting some Jill rockets in there, looks like. But I think she went down very quickly after that, so that didn't do much good for them. I'm going to go ahead and jump on one of the creatures here. Now there's a point when I'll stop putting down as many creatures because I don't want to feed time back to them as badly, but I do want to sort of kind of try to obstruct them. And yeah, he got lucky there that I missed that I missed that pounce. That should have hit. Yep, there's another Jan Ultimate messing with my economy, which is fine because I've devastated theirs by now. I mean, this is the first Biocore, keep in mind. So, and if you look, they're all beaten up, they're all infected, and they just barely managed to get through the first Biocore. You know, unfortunately for me, the next Biocore spawned right up here, very close to them. I mean, it's literally the next position up. But they're not coming up here yet because they had to put out so much to get through that first room that they're all back at the item box restocking. So they burned through all their stuff they had, and that means that they probably didn't have much very many credits left going into that. So they had to take what credits they had left and their little bit of a bonus from breaking the Biocore and spend it on resources to go for the second one. And at this point, they're coming around the long way, so I've got plenty of time to, go through here and start stacking this room up. I'm going to go ahead and stack it up good, space them out what I can. Pardon me, I'm sorry. Sorry, that cola I'm drinking is a little carbonated. But so here they are. They've gotten here, and I've had just enough time to get everything set up, and I almost had time to get my shield out there, but I didn't quite make it. But that's fine. They're not going to clear everything out here before I can get back operational. You see the Ivy's doing some work on Tyrone there. I'm going to go ahead and bounce a couple of them out with the air cannon. Now I think it's SwingPoynt standing over there keeping the door open. Yeah, he doesn't really get in the room much because there's too much stuff going on. He's keeping some space out there. You see here, I've got just massive amount of stuff going on. And I'm able, with this particular version of the build, I am able to put a lot of pressure on them. And I believe I'm going to get I got somebody, I think it was Becca I got with the D field. You see, I think SwingPoynt ran in there, but then he just right back out. He's like, nope. I think at that point he'd ran out of stuff. And that's what happened here, is they run out of resources. You see they're over there. Jill's karate kicking the like Jill's do. They're doing that weird melee, that little knife swipe karate kick on the terminal there, but it's not doing much. So you see, I can just go ahead now. It's over. There's 3 of them down. The only one left is Swing outside, so he's done. So that's it. There you go. That was Sinister Spencer versus SwingPoynt, and Sinister Spencer wins. Flawless victory. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and we'll see you black folks in the next experiment.